We begin with new information just into our newsroom about the abrupt resignation of a Manitou Springs City Council member.
13 Investigates first broke the news this morning that Manitou Springs Councilwoman Susan Woolbrook gave up her seat. KRDO News Channel 13 investigative reporter Chelsea Brensel is live outside of City Hall, where she's learned the reason behind the resignation. Chelsea.
In a resignation letter Susan Woolbrook sent to the mayor, she cites the death of her mom as the reason for stepping away and says that she enjoyed serving on the council. This marks the resignation of two high-ranking officials here in Manitou Springs in less than a month, and there now appears to be frustration over how the city is communicating with the public. In Tuesday night's City Council meeting, Manitou Springs Mayor John Graham announced the abrupt resignation of Ward 1 Councilwoman Susan Woolbrook.
She, I think, with this announcement, she will at some point forward messages on to council, perhaps going in greater detail her reasons or whatnot. But basically, she simply resigned. So we'll have to find appoint someone to fill her place. That's Ward 1. So that was very unexpected.
Woolbrook's resignation comes 3 weeks after Manitou Springs Police Chief Brian Churchill resigned. He gave up his position following a more than 2-month internal investigation that all city officials have repeatedly refused to talk about to this day. In last night's meeting, some council members appeared to be frustrated about how the city gives out information to the public and news outlets. That frustration came out while discussing a new Manitou Springs media relations policy.
I get a lot of my news from KRDO because I don't get it from Manitou. I had no idea what was going to be released by Manitou in response to the FOIA request or the open records Cora request.
I think there is a major disconnect. I find that many times I get more information about what city administration is doing from reading the media than from our own staff.
I really don't want to be our media and our press releases to be a learning opportunity.
It's unclear exactly what the council members are referring to, but KRDO did submit a Colorado Open Records request for disciplinary and internal investigation files related to now former Police Chief Brian Churchill. We were denied access to those records. But in their denial, the city cited a state law that only appears to relate to sexual harassment investigations and complaints as part of the reason for not allowing us to view those records. We have reached out to the council members who expressed concern in last night's meeting. We are still waiting to hear back. Reporting live in Manitou Springs, Chelsea Brensel, 13 Investigates.
All right, Chelsea, thanks. And if you have a story you'd like investigated, email us at 13investigates@krdo.com.